we've come to my only favorite part of the movie. Twilight Unleashing the Magic. Unleash the Magic is the only song in the movie that I like, and unlike every single other song from this movie, this one is actually rememberable. It starts off rather quiet and threatening, but not too threatening.
I realize that you've always been an outcast. It's not everyone at school who likes to think. To find a student that's like you, I've had one or maybe two, but the good ones disappear before I blink.
And then it slowly builds up into a grand, epic, threatening revealing.
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. If we lose, then it's a crime. But we can win it if you begin it. It's up to you to not fail this time. Unleash the magic.
And the way all the Shadow Balls are singing the chorus is creepy, threatening, and intriguing.
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. If we lose, then you're to blame. They all have used it, maybe abused it. So then why can't we do the same?
And as we hit the third chorus, things start to get really epic. Twilight has this device around her neck. That device has contained all the magic from the school, and we have no idea what it does, if it were released or not. But we are soon about to find out, and they build it up in the best way possible. Twilight slowly walks to the center of the yard. The music is getting louder and more boomy. Unleash the magic! Unleash the magic! Unleash the magic! Twilight takes the device off her neck. The anticipation of finding out what the magic will do keeps growing and growing. Twilight slowly holds up the device at head length. She presses the button. The music is getting louder and boomier. The device is glowing brighter and brighter. The countdown for the final event is counting down. The crowds of students are calling out. Twilight slowly opens the device, ever so slowly, revealing what's inside the device. Spike and Sunset are running up to Twilight in slow motion. The device finally opens, and... Whoa. Holy shit! Everyone is amazed. Twilight is tearing up. She's crying for help. The magic is swallowing her whole. And, from the looks of things, it looks like it's burning her up. Holy shit! What does the magic do?
You were right. I didn't understand magic before, but I do now.
What? Huh? Okay. Where the fuck do I even begin on what just happened? First, this is the strangest, weirdest, and stupidest looking designs for a villain I've ever seen from this series so far. Satan Shimmer, eat your heart out. With chopsticks. Second, they've suddenly done a complete 180 to Twilight's character when she's like this. All throughout the movie, she was a cute, sweet, innocent-looking student who never wanted to do anything wrong. But now, she's an evil, demonic, power-hungry maniac who wants to cause mass mayhem and planet-wide panic. They didn't completely change Sunset's character when she turned into a demon. She had the same character throughout that movie until she was defeated. She was always an evil, sly, sneaky, power-hungry villain who wanted to rule an entire land and be known by loads of people. Third, was this really Twilight's plan all along? To open up so many portals from Equestria to the human world that both dimensions would most likely be merged together? When, at any point in the movie, did she say that this was what she wanted? When did she say that that was what she built the device for? She wanted to find out about the strange mishaps at Catalan High and analyze it to qualify into a study program. What does becoming this world's version of Lord Vortek have anything to do with that? Fourth, does Twilight really think that turning into a she-demon and ripping apart the fabric of time and space is going to help her get into that study program? They'll most likely throw you into an insane asylum or banish you to the depths of the ocean instead of Everton. Fifth, how come the portals from Equestria never appeared at any point in Season 5? Sixth, the main five glow after helping out a few students. I can understand loyalty, kindness, and generosity coming into play here, but what does this have anything to do with honesty, or especially laughter? I don't see anybody laughing, or even smiling. Seventh, Sunset understands the magic and uses the exact same magic to turn into a white alicorn goddess. Okay, I do really love this moment because it has developed Sunset's character. She's meeting someone who's making the exact same mistake that she made in the first movie, and shows Twilight that there is another way to get what you want. But there is still a lot of problems with this. 7A. Why do the main six still have magic? Wasn't it all absorbed into Twilight? How come they still have magic? 7B. How does using the exact same magic that turned Twilight into a demon turn you into an alicorn goddess? What? Twilight was using the magic for the wrong reasons, and Sunset was using the magic for the right reasons? Well, how was I supposed to know that? I was still distracted and left jaw agape that this completely out of nowhere character change has happened, and that statement wasn't making itself clear enough. It didn't take me until watching Legend of Everfree for the first time that I realized how that happened. 7C. Well, good job, Sunset. Judging by the visuals, it looks as though you've disintegrated Midnight Sparkle into nothingness. The power of friendship, my ass. 7D. Where are Sunset and Twilight when Sunset says, "Come with me if you want to live"? I can only assume that this is heaven. So, have they both died and been brought back to life by the power of friendship? I don't know. It's never explained rather clearly, if at all. So, yeah, this is easily one of the worst parts of the movie. And it was straight after the best part of the fucking movie! But it's now been completely forgotten and overshadowed by this sudden out-of-nowhere nonsense that they had to suddenly shove into the movie because, hey, we have toys to sell! But thank God, everything else after that scene is all okay. From this point up until the production logos, everything is decent. Not great, not enough to overshadow all the bullshit, but it's decent.
I'd like to think that saving the world benefits us all.
At least they didn't manipulate Twilight into releasing all the stolen magic and turning into a power-crazed magical creature that tried to rip the world apart just to win a game.
Okay, that's the only funny thing that Sugarcoat has ever said, and possibly ever will, because we'll most likely never see her again. But it's still not that funny.
Wow, that's a lot to take in when you say it all at once.
But that makes up for it. Thank you, Pinky.
But I plan on taking all of this up with the school board!
Good. I'm sure they would be very interested in hearing all about the magical students with wings.
Oh, and the portals to different dimensions. And don't forget to tell them about the talking dog.
Well, at least there's the first out of these two happy endings. Principal Bitch ending up in an insane asylum.
Pretty sure Cinch will be fast-tracking your application after all of that.
I've been thinking about it, and I'm not so sure now is the time for me to apply to Everton.
Really?
I may know about a lot of things, but friendship isn't really one of them. And I'm definitely not going to learn more about it by being alone all the time.
So, you're staying at Crystal Prep?
Well, it seems the students here at CHS know an awful lot about the subject. I don't suppose...
You could transfer to this school instead.
Really?
But there is one downside to this ending. We might never see the Shadow Balls ever again. And it's a real fucking shame because they were so underdeveloped. The complete opposite of what all the advertisements and commercials made you believe. We wanted to love these characters, but this movie didn't have enough time to. Seriously, what is Sunny Flare's character? I don't have a clue! But this does segue into the second happy ending for this movie. We now have the human world version of Twilight as a main character. So we don't always have to rely on Princess Twilight to be in every single movie now. She can focus on her own problems in Equestria, while the Humane Six has their own Twilight to deal with. And that's really great news indeed. Oh yeah, and the epilogue is hilarious. So, those are my thoughts on friendship games. Oh my god, I'm finally done with this shit! I know a lot of people love this movie, and if you do, then that's fine. Everyone has different opinions. But honestly, I really can't see why everybody loves this movie. It's stupid, it's forgettable, it has a lot of wasted potential, it has enough plot holes to fill up a sports stadium, and it's really disappointing. Also, with this movie titled Friendship Games, we hardly get to see any of the actual games. Instead, we focus more on Principal Bitch being an absolute bitch, bitchy bitch, 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 bitchity bitch, 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 and Twilight looking all adorable, but making some stupid decisions when she's supposed to be the clever one. The story is complicated, some characters make some dumb decisions, and there's a lot less humor here than in the other three movies. Even the first Equestria Girls movie. Even though a lot of people consider that as the worst Equestria Girls movie, to me, it still has a lot more humor and interesting elements in it than Friendship Games ever had. Trixie obsessing over peanut butter crackers, Twilight trying to get used to her new body, Twilight trying to understand how this world works, and that single element is so similar to Star vs. the Forces of Evil. One of my new favorite shows, by the way.
You're a princess? You're from another world?
I'm a magical princess from another dimension.
There were a lot more catchier songs, a lot more jokes, a lot more humor, a story that was much easier to understand, and it was altogether a much better movie. Friendship Games has nothing memorable about it to me. So, again, if you like this movie, good for you. But to me, this is easily, without a shadow of a doubt, the worst Equestria Girls movie ever. So far. Now that I've made my reasons quite clear, I never want to watch or talk about this movie ever again. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.